ever actually wondered what happens when the screen on one of those super futuristic foldable phones cracks? I can tell you right now, it is not your average trip to the repair shop. So today, let's dive right into this expert level challenge and see what it really takes to fix one of the most complex pieces of tech you can possibly own.
And that's really not an exaggeration. What we're about to see is a procedure that takes just immense precision, super specialized tools, and honestly, nerves of steel. So forget everything you think you know about a standard screen replacement. This is a whole different ballgame.
So what's the big deal, right? Well, think about it. A regular phone screen, it's just a simple, rigid piece of glass. Pretty straightforward. But a foldable screen? Oh, that is a completely different beast. It's this flexible, multi-layered marvel of engineering. Swapping one out isn't like changing a window pane. No, it's more like performing microsurgery on a piece of high-tech origami.
All right, so let's get into the first phase of this whole operation. Just like a doctor wouldn't dream of operating without an X-ray, a technician can't just start prying things open. That crack you can see right there on the surface, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's only the beginning of the story.
So before a single tool even gets picked up, a serious deep dive has to happen. Technicians are using things like thermal imaging and microscopic inspection to find all the hidden damage. They're basically hunting for these invisible stress points, especially along the hinge and the crease, because that's where the real catastrophic failures can be hiding. And speaking of which, here is our patient for today, a Google Pixel 9 Pro XL Fold. And as you can see, the outer screen is just completely shattered. Now, the good news, and believe me, it is very good news, is that the super complex foldable inner display is still perfectly fine. Phew. So our main focus is going to be on replacing that broken outer glass. Okay, now for the main event, the deconstruction. This is where precision is absolutely everything. I mean, one wrong move, one tiny slip of a tool, and you could damage all those expensive internal components, or, even worse, that priceless folding screen inside. So, the name of the game here is safety and patience. First thing, the technician puts on thick gloves. You do not want to get cut by those glass shards. Then, using these special plastic and aluminum pry tools, they start to gently, persuade the screen to lift. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol, that's IPA, helps soften the incredibly strong adhesive. And finally, the display gets lifted to exactly 90 degrees. No more, no less. That's how you safely get to the connectors. And once that screen is off, you find something pretty amazing inside. The battery. I'm not kidding, it's not just big, it's humongous. We're talking literally the size of an entire regular smartphone. It's just a fascinating look at how these devices use every last millimeter of space to pack in as much power as they can. Now, the secret sauce holding all of this together? It's a special kind of flexible adhesive. I mean, it's an engineering marvel, really, designed to be super strong but also pliable. But for a repair technician, oh man, it is a huge obstacle. And this kind of custom component is a huge part of the whole right to repair conversation, because it makes these devices incredibly difficult for anyone but the manufacturer to even attempt to fix. All right, so the old screen is gone. Now the most delicate phase begins. This isn't just about slapping on a new part and calling it a day. No, this is about meticulously reconstructing this thing with absolute surgical precision. And the level of detail here, it's just mind-blowing. We're talking tiny, almost microscopic components, like little rubber grommets for the camera, that have to be painstakingly transferred from the old, broken display over to the new one. If you miss a single piece, the whole repair could be compromised. The pressure is on. The whole reassembly process is just a masterclass in being methodical. Okay, first up, and this is so critical, the new screen gets connected before any adhesive is even touched, just to make 100% sure it works perfectly. Then a new liquid adhesive is laid down with pinpoint accuracy. And finally, the new display is carefully set into the frame, making sure it's a perfect, seamless fit. And now for the final step of our little surgery here. The phone gets wrapped up tightly in rubber bands. They basically act like bandages, applying steady, even pressure across the entire screen. This is what ensures the new adhesive cures just right and creates a bond that's really built to last. So, after all that painstaking work, after the adhesive has had time to cure, we finally arrive at the moment of truth. This is that part of the operation where pretty much everyone holds their breath. So the new screen works, The phone powers on, but the ultimate question remains. After being completely taken apart and put back together, will it still do that one thing that makes it so incredibly special? And yes, a flawless recovery. The fold is absolutely perfect, the screen is pristine, the device is back to its former glory. You could say the patient has survived the operation, and then some. But hold on, the job isn't quite over yet. Now comes the really rigorous quality control. The phone gets opened and closed over and over and over again to stress test that hinge and the new screen. Technicians check every single inch for touch sensitivity, for display uniformity. They make sure everything is absolutely 100% perfect. And here's something wild. Despite the incredible complexity we've just seen, for a skilled expert, this procedure has a success rate of over 95%. That's just a testament to the sheer skill and patience it takes. But it also really highlights that fixing these modern marvels, well, it's a job for a very, very small number of specialists.
So there you have it. We've just seen the incredible skill it takes to bring a foldable phone back from the brink. And it's a powerful reminder, as our devices get more and more complex, the actual art of repairing them becomes more vital and way more challenging than ever before. It really leaves us with a big question for the future, doesn't it? As our technology continues to fold, will our ability to repair it be able to unfold right alongside it?
So you had a phone disaster? Yeah, I came in with a broken camera, totally useless. But David at Sydney CBD Repair Centre was great. Within a day, the part was...
So phone disaster?
Came in with a brick camera. David fixed it in a day. Good as new. Highly recommend.
Our daily superhero, Mr. Repairman, David, is here. Call 8011-4119 now.
My Motorola Edge 50 screen was smashed. David here ordered the part and fixed it next day in 1 hour.
Our daily superhero, Mr. Repairman, David, is here. Call 8011-4119 now.
Wang, tell us about your recent phone repair.
David was super professional. He fixed my Galaxy Z Flip 4 in an hour. I literally walked in broken and walked out perfectly fixed.
Yeah, highly recommend.
If you have mobile phones issue, you can walk in. We're open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. 6 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. 2 p.m.